from the west coast of Africa straight down to the sandy beaches of Ghana, I go by the name Mr. Celebrity. Today, I'm going to be talking about the part 2 of the differences between Ghana and Nigeria. Ghana and Nigeria, even though similar, are still very, very different. Now, I spoke about certain differences between Ghana and Nigeria, and this is the part 2 of what I did earlier. Now, before I proceed, I know that some people came at me when they thought that I should have said certain things in a different way. And having thought about it, I think some of you guys are right. Some of you guys are right. Yes, you are right to demand that I do not generalize, certain things that perhaps a section of the people do. Like when I was talking about peeing in public or pooping in public, like when I was talking about education and all that. So, because some people also give scholarships and, to support. But I was talking about some of the people within Nigeria. Now, another difference between Ghana and Nigeria has to do with tribalism. Tribalism. You and I know that tribalism in Nigeria is on a different level. So, for example, in the early history of Nigeria, the Biafra War, we know what happened in Nigeria. Same country people killing themselves like chickens. And it took calm heads to, bring this particular tribal war to a halt. In recent history, we've also come to learn about Fulani people, some Hausa people, some Yoruba, Igbo people also having conflict, especially with the Fulani people when they can go and raid an entire community and kill people. This does not happen in Ghana. I will not say some has never happened in Ghana because somewhere in the northern part of Ghana, the Kokuma Nanuma War and some small interethnic conflicts here and there. But we can say proudly that this menace has so far we have been able to fight it, and it is largely as a result of the boarding school system. It's largely as a result of the boarding school system. Now, this boarding school system that we have in Ghana is a game changer because a lot of people in the north have had opportunity to school in the south and vice versa. Some areas have been able to school with guns, fantis, flafres, houses, scissors. And so people have become friends out of this. Some people have become married partners because of this boarding school system. And so who would want to hurt his or her friend? So largely Ghana has been able to fight this tribal war. But Nigeria, on the other hand, has not been able to fight this canker. And every Nigerian that is watching me can attest to this fact. Even some of our friends that we have as Nigerians sometimes talk about this. I've watched on countless occasions on YouTube, on TikTok, people talking about tribe. Sometimes when you make certain comments about Nigerians, you would realize that some people who maybe belong to Igbo tribe or the Yoruba tribe will come and say that this is not peculiar to us, it is peculiar to these people. And people will be shifting blame. So I believe that tribalism is a major difference between Ghana and Nigeria. Now, in my earlier video, I spoke about the disparity between the rich and the poor. There is another difference here. Something that we have seen over and over and over. And a rich man in Nigeria would rather go to a party and spray money. Something that hardly you'll see in Ghana. Not that they don't have it, but they just want to do it. Because some of these monies that they have can be channeled into other areas. Now we have rich people that build schools from scratch. We have rich people that have built police stations. We have rich people that have been able to establish hospitals and given to government to handle. And this happens on a daily basis. Look, many of the high schools that I've showed you in my previous videos, they are looking the way they are because some rich people have taken the initiative to go and help. Some people necessarily are not even rich. Some people are just old students. They are actually living on their meager salaries, but will still, give something out to their alma mater just so, maybe a building will be put up. I'm not saying there are not rich people that are show-offs. I remember when Jarvis came to Ghana and said that she didn't see Benz cars, a lot of Benz cars in Ghana. Something that I can actually say that it is actually a lie. See, some of these Game Boys in Ghana, when they get money, the first thing that they buy is Benz. So Benz is actually in the area or vicinity where I live. It's so common. Sometimes it's not even nice anymore. Yes, it's become so common. But those rich people that own the Ferraris, the Cybertruck, and all those cars, they're very expensive ones. Hardly will you even see them. Hardly. But you know that instead of some of these, sometimes I wonder, there are so many very, very extreme rich people in Nigeria. And maybe $100,000 will be able to, sort out a school. Why would they not? Why wouldn't they just help these schools? Why? Why should one person be worth 20 billion when hundreds of million people are living in abject poverty? I think Nigeria needs to sit up. Nigeria really, really needs to sit up. And one thing I've come to realize is that I don't know if Nigerians fight their leaders, or I'm not saying fight as in arms, but push their leaders to do the right thing. For example, NSAS, we all heard it in Ghana and all that. In Ghana, I know that demonstrations happen on a daily basis. It happens like the whole of last year. It was like people had planned demonstrations after demonstrations after demonstrations, simply because we wanted to see things being done, not just the rhetorics. But I've realized that even when we are speaking the ills of Nigeria, some Nigerians do not take it into good faith. And they rather want to criticize you that you have seen something and you are drawing their attention to it. Somebody, instead of maybe saying that, okay, this particular thing you did not say right, that particular thing you did not say right, they would rather come to attack you. And I think that will not help me. It will not help the person that wants to attack me. It will not help Nigeria or Ghana. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let us all push our government so they do right by the people. This is what I wanted to bring you. In my other video, I'm going to be talking about some similarities. Of course, there are some similarities, right? I still go by the name Mr. Celebrity. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please hit on the subscription button, leave a like. Any comments that you want to leave me with, please do. I'll catch you on the flip side. Thank you. I'm out.